All right, this is a good one. What does it mean? Some of my favorite questions start with what does it mean if?
What does it mean if your eye twitches? Eye twitching usually, almost always, is a benign condition. So if you have intermittent eye twitching with no other symptoms, I wouldn't be necessarily concerned. If it persists for a long period of time or if it's associated with other neurologic problems, then I obviously would recommend that you get somebody to check you out. What does it mean if your poop is black? Well, it sort of depends on how black.
As doctors, we know that we love to talk about poop, and no one else likes to talk about poop, and it's not to be gross, but it's because your poop can tell you a lot about what's going on in your body. So if your poop is black, it could just be because you ate something that turned your poop black, and that's usually the cause for poop being certain colors.
Oreo cookies, black licorice, sometimes beets can make it black or even maroon. And then collard greens and spinach can also do it. Medications can do it. Iron pills. The most common one is actually Pepto-Bismol.
But if your poop is persistently black, you might need to get it checked out because it could actually mean that there's some blood in there that's been digested from your upper system to your lower system. So that's something that's actually a good question.
What does it mean if you cough up blood? So coughing up blood is generally benign. Most of the time when you cough up blood, even if you have a cold, it's after you've been coughing for several days and you've irritated the lining of your throat. You cough up a little blood with your sputum, lasts 1 or 2 times, maybe 3 times, goes away, doesn't come back, especially as you get better. Coughing up blood that is persistent or is unprovoked by a cold, if you have a chronic cough and no cold symptoms, or you start coughing and cough up blood, that can certainly be something more serious. You should see your physician about that straight away.
What does it mean if your tongue is white? Could be a variety of things. White tongue is often associated with a yeast infection.
I have seen people in the ER for this very complaint. Most of the time, it's called fuzzy tongue, I think is one of the words for it.
It could be because you ate something that was really white. It could be because your mouth is really dry. It could be something else. Sometimes you can have a white coating on your tongue that some people have normally, and some people have that's associated with some other illnesses.
What does it mean if you're eating ice? Ice tastes good, especially in a giant soda.
Well, it could mean that they're having a sale at the Sonic and you had to go and get your slushie because they have the best ice at Sonic. However, the reason that doctors sometimes ask you the question, have you been eating a lot of ice? Do you eat a lot of ice? Is because sometimes people can have something called pica. It means that you may be eating things that you're not supposed to, whether this be ice or other things. And it could actually be a sign of a type of anemia. So legit, if you're craving ice a lot, it is something to maybe get your blood work checked.